of the ANC in Gauteng, led by Provincial Chairperson David Makhura, or brief structures of the ANC. For more on this, let's cross live to SABC News reporter Samkele Maseko, who is in Irene. Samkele, a very good morning to you. Give us a sense of what's happening this morning where you are.
At this point in time, ANC members are filing into this particular venue at St. George's Hotel for their Cadres Forum, which will be addressed by Gauteng Provincial Chairperson and Premier David Makhura on the state of the ANC within the province, the state of governance, and their roadmap going towards the 2021 local government elections, and what the ANC will be doing on the ground to make sure that they regain lost ground, particularly within the metro municipalities, where they lost those particular councils, and those councils were hung. That would be City of Johannesburg, City of Tshwane, and their coalition government in City of Ekurhuleni. So those are some of the issues that will be discussed here by the Provincial Chairperson, and also the political imaginations going towards the ANC's National General Council are already underway, and the ANC in Gauteng is of the view that leadership and anarchy should not be there in this coming National General Council of the ANC in June. We've already had Oscar Mabuyane, the Provincial Chairperson of the Eastern Cape, saying there are those who've got no regard for the ANC Constitution and are moonlighting across the country, trying to cause anarchy and destabilize the governing party going towards their National General Council. We are expecting to speak to David Makhura, the Provincial Chairperson of the ANC here in Gauteng. He is seemingly moving away. I'm going to try and call in Bones Mudise, the Provincial Spokesperson of the ANC here in the province, to try and outline these matters on why they are gathered here today. Mr. Mudise, just a clarity on why you've decided to gather here today at St. George's Hotel.
Excuse me?
Just clarity on why you've decided to gather here today at St. George's Hotel.
No, it's easy. The committee chair will take it further, but the reason we're here is that, we came from January 8th. We just came out of the Lekgotla. So we're here to give marching orders. We're just here to give marching orders to the membership of the ANC in Gauteng as to what is it that the ANC, in terms of the plan of action, wants to do moving forward. Because next is local government elections, and it's going to be a very hectic year for the ANC. So we're here to say from the January 8th, from the Lekgotla, what has been designed as a program of action that will push membership of the ANC to plan and prepare better for the local government elections.
You've made a promise as the ANC in Gauteng to scrap e-tolls. Is there an announcement that's coming in the few weeks on the future of e-tolls, particularly after the State of the Nation address? There was nothing on e-tolls. Is the Premier going to say something at SOPA which will amount to action rather than just words?
As I'm sure that everyone in Gauteng knows, everyone in South Africa knows the standpoint of the ANC in Gauteng as it relates to the e-tolls. And we are sure, and we believe that the Premier of Gauteng will say something about the e-tolls in the next State of the Province address.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mudise. That was Mr. Bones Mudise, the ANC spokesperson in the province. They are about to kickstart their Cadres Forum, which is effectively the roadmap of how they will launch their campaign going towards the 2021 local government elections and trying to reclaim their lost ground.
Do you have a sense of the program, Samkele, in terms of the things under discussion?
At this point in time, it's not yet clear the forms of the program. We do know that it will be opened by their Provincial Chairperson David Makhura, who will go into what is dubbed the political overview of the province and give a political report of how far they've come since this PEC was elected and since the 2019 general elections, and also getting a roadmap of the way forward since the ANC's January 8 statement in Kimberley and after the President's State of the Nation address this past Thursday in the National Assembly in Cape Town.
Samkele, this question is not related, but you might have an answer for us. Just as you interact with ANC members in that venue, what sense is there in terms of what happened in Parliament on Thursday? How the EFF behaved at the State of the Nation address and the ANC's responses?
At this point in time, the ANC just issued out a statement bemoaning the statement of the FW de Klerk Foundation. The ANC Provincial Chairperson David Makhura is also expected to touch on the ANC stance when it comes to the last apartheid president, FW de Klerk, and how the EFF reacted in calling him a murderer and wanting him to leave the National Assembly. These are some of the issues that will be ventilated, particularly within this Cadres Forum. But the ANC members here on the ground, particularly within this Cadres Forum, are not so much aggrieved with what the EFF did when it comes to the former president FW de Klerk. They are probably, some of them are of the same view of the stance the EFF has taken, particularly after the comments that were made by the last apartheid president saying that apartheid was not a crime against humanity. Many ANC members saying that in fact FW de Klerk is wrong and that apartheid was a crime against humanity, and they are expecting their organization, the ANC, to be more hard-hitting against FW de Klerk. You remember the president, when he was addressing the 30th commemoration and anniversary of the release of Utata Nelson Mandela at the Grand Parade, did issue out a stern warning to FW de Klerk, saying that he never released Tata Nelson Mandela because he was a kind man or had a good heart. It was because of the pressure that was being exerted on the South African apartheid government by the people on the ground, wanting a democratic dispensation and wanting an end of apartheid.
Well, thank you very much for setting the scene for us. We're sure to come back to you at a later stage. Samkele Maseko there coming to us from the